Coming up in the news, Grenada launches tourism and health program to advance and strengthen early warning surveillance to safeguard revenue locals and visitors. And carriacou agricultural officials project significant growth in pineapple production. We'll have details to these stories and more, plus a look at news in the region when we return.
Greetings to the Grenadian diaspora in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, the Caribbean, and as far as Africa. Today, I address you as the Minister responsible for tourism, the creative economy, and culture. But I also address you as a proud son of the soil. I invite the Grenadian diaspora to the Homecoming events 2026. We no longer think of you as providers of remittances. We believe that you have much more to offer. We want a partnership with you in the progress of our nation. We want you to be part of the investment scenario in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So I beg you, come with your ideas, come with your love, come with your passion, and help us to build this beautiful country of ours. Today, these 2 weeks that we are talking about, you will enjoy the music, you will enjoy the cuisines, you will enjoy our scenery. We have a lot to offer. It is a time to reconnect with your culture, your heritage, with the people that you have left so long. We want you to be part and parcel of the whole development process. So I invite you to come home to the Diaspora Homecoming 2026. And I also invite you to visit our website, www.homecoming.gd, and register today. Get ready to be part of this great event, the Grenadian Diaspora 2026.
Welcome back with the details to the GIS news for Friday, May 29th. I am Rakisha St. Louis. The government is advancing the Mabouya Road Rehabilitation project using the Design, Finance, Build model. Under this approach, the contractor assumes all expenses for executing the project and the government repays the cost in installments upon completion. The contract has been awarded to Renault Construction Company Limited with a duration of 12 months for completion. Sherry Noel has more in this report.
Construction work on the Mabouya Road project in St. John has commenced. After a long wait filled with delays, this ambitious infrastructure effort marks a new chapter in how the government approaches building vital public works. The project is being delivered through a fresh strategy known as the Design, Finance, Build model. This approach aims to streamline development and improve financial management, ensuring the work is completed efficiently and responsibly. The contract for this major road upgrade has been awarded to Renault Construction and Industrial Products Limited. The company now has 12 months to complete the project, a timeline that sets clear expectations for progress and results. Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, shared insight on the decision to adopt this new model. He highlighted the enormous costs associated with road and general infrastructure projects, explaining that this approach helps the government better balance its cash flow while still delivering on essential improvements.
So what we decided to do in conjunction with the Ministry of Finance was to ask the contractors themselves to finance the construction. So what it means is they will actually spend the money up front. They will seek to obtain the financing, whether it's from their own cash flow or from banks or the lending institutions. They will finance the project. We will give them the opportunity to do the designs. If we don't have designs already, we will approve the designs. They will then build in accordance with the designs. And after the road is completed, we will then pay them in installments over a period of time. Of course, there will be a finance charge, because they would have had to raise the money. In some instances, they would have had to borrow the money themselves to do so. We agree the finance charge as part of the repayment package to them over a period of time. So what happens in the end is simply we are paying them for the goods and services that they have already delivered to us. The advantage to that is that we don't have to borrow any money up front. Second, we can plan our cash flow, because once the road is completed, we will have an agreed payment schedule with them over a period of time. Third, we have greater accountability for the quality of the work that is being done, and it's much more efficient because the design is being done by them in-house. and then they building in accordance with their designs, and the Ministry of Infrastructure will then do the supervision to make sure it is in accordance with the designs. So we've selected a number of major road projects to do so, Mabouya being one of them.
Reno Gajada, CEO and owner of Reno Construction and Industrial Products Limited, expressed confidence in his team's ability to fulfill the contractual obligations under the new design finance bill model. He noted that his company is well equipped and experienced with this model, having successfully implemented similar projects on other islands.
This project will be done, completed, before 1 cent is paid out. At the end of this project, it will be opened, and the government will have a few years in which for them to pay it. So in other words, basically, it's like you have an assurance that the project that we're doing is a good project, because we are not going to get paid for it one time. It's going to be over a period of time. It has worked in the past, and I think it's going to do well for Grenada.
Mr. Gajada further explained that the scope of works for the Mabouya Road project includes the construction of several retaining wall structures and the realignment of the existing roadway. These improvements are designed to enhance the road's safety and stability, ensuring a more durable and efficient transportation route for the community.
What we're seeing behind us is basically an area that failed after the landslip. So the landslip is beyond us, and this area failed long after the landslip went. But what we did is we are approaching this because it's a big culvert section here. So we are fixing it up. On the left, you could see a bypass road that we created. So next week, we're going to be attempting the actual landslip itself together with this section. So both projects are going to be done at the same time. Up at the top of the hill, there is another failure, edge failure. But what we're going to do is, instead of repairing the edge failure, we are going to open up on the road, realigning it, because it has a corner in it. So it's going to take a lot more work to do, but it's going to align the road, and it's going to be a lot better in the future. We are going to work on it, and based on what I have seen, weather permitting again, we work simultaneously with the other projects. One helps the other, and I think within 7 months we should be completed here.
So what sort of method would be employed in the construction of this area?
Okay, so the landslip itself, during our initial investigation, the landslip itself was basically caused by a leaking main pipeline. This is not something that came from the top of the hill. This is something that happened over a period of time where water was consistently leaking that caused that landslip in the main landslide. Down in the bottom here, this is because the culverts were choked for a very long time, water settled, and every time the water gets high, you get some kind of damage. And that is what caused this area to damage. During the investigation, we realized we have 3 layers of road here. And each layer road is like 2 feet above one another. So this was down very, very deep. And they built another layer of road, they built another road. What we did is we've ripped it all off. You'll be able to see it. We ripped it all off, went right down to the original ground. We put in a filter layer because there is a stream, a source of water coming from underground. We put in a filter layer, covered it with geotextile, but we first put in some concrete at the bottom. Put in some 2 to 4 inch stones, which will form a filter layer. Geotextile compacted it in, and now we're coming up with the level to bring it up to level. The original level of the road, there was always a dip in that road. We are going to eliminate that. So we're going to be filling that area approximately 4 meters higher than the original road was. So when you drive on this road, you're going to have like a constant slope rather than going down and coming back up. Even the actual invert level of the culvert will be raised because where it was way, way, way too deep. So that will be raised, and so the water, and we're going to backfill on the other side of the road. So any surface water will not have to go so deep down in the ground again. It's going to come say about 2.5 meters from the finish level of the road.
Upon completion, the Mabouya Road will come with a 15-year warranty, ensuring that no major infrastructure work will be necessary during this period. Additionally, the road will be designed to support the heavy-duty equipment that has become increasingly common on Grenada's roads, accommodating the required tonnage for such vehicles. Sharian Noel, GIS News.
Thank you, Sherian. Grenada has joined 12 other countries in launching the Tourism and Health Program, which urgently addresses and strengthens early warning surveillance to benefit both the health and the tourism sectors. Grenada's tourism sector, like tourism sectors across the region and around the world, continues to struggle with health outbreaks and clusters. Since the beginning of the year, countries have tracked 4 gastroenteritis outbreaks and clusters, including the recent hantavirus outbreak. During Thursday's launch, Minister for Health, Honorable Philip Telesford, said tourism accounts for more than 25% of the island's GDP and must be safeguarded. He highlighted steps taken so far to ensure compliance during the recent CAFA mission and what's to come for both sectors as the program progresses.
The team visited 8 facilities to inform them about the Tourism Health Information System, a web-based early reporting and monitoring surveillance system for tourism properties. 6 of the facilities are now registered on this system, making it a total of 19 tourism entities now on board. Yesterday, the team met with the surveillance and environmental health officers at the Ministry of Health to discuss the implementation and rollout of the Caribbean vessel surveillance system, as well as the tourism and mass gathering surveillance system. Surveillance is critical. It is important. We live in a time when pandemics are more frequent and more deadly. And therefore, we must be constantly monitoring and paying attention to prevent the spread of these deadly diseases.
Tourism Minister Honorable Adrian Thomas described the program as a bridge connecting sectors and strengthening visitors' confidence. Tourism, he said, cannot be strong if its health system and surveillance are weak.
We are known globally as pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean. Our brand is built on natural beauty, clean surroundings, warm people, authentic culture, outstanding cuisines, pristine beaches, rich heritage, and peaceful communities. But as global travelers become more discerning, they are also asking deeper questions. Is the destination safe? Is it well prepared? Are basic health protocols in place? Are hotels connected to proper reporting systems? Are emergency service responsive? Is there confidence in the country's ability to protect both citizens and visitors? These questions are not threats to tourism. They are opportunities to strengthen our product. As Minister for Tourism, the Creative Economy and Culture, I see this opportunity, this program, as a bridge. It is a bridge between health and tourism, a bridge between the public and the private sectors, a bridge between national ambition and regional cooperation, a bridge between today's limitations and tomorrow's possibilities.
Executive Director of the Caribbean Public Health Agency, Dr. Lisa Inda, commended the government of Grenada on its decision to boost tourism resilience and sustainability. She said recent outbreaks and health challenges must push the region to do more.
These events exemplifies the urgent need for strong early warning surveillance and rapid response travelers' health systems at the ports of entry and at tourism properties to protect Grenada and by extension, the wider region. So for that, I'm very, very thankful today that Grenada has taken the bold step of launching the tourism and health program today.
CAFA's visitor-based surveillance coordinator, Keston Daniel, outlined the key achievements of the program so far.
We have officially launched the THP in 12 Caribbean countries. So Grenada will be the 13th. Congrats on that. We have trained over 8,000 persons in prevention and control of infectious diseases for the hospitality sector in 25 CAFA member states. So it's more or less the entire region that is under our purview we have trained, and that is a specially designed training program that is targeted to the tourism sector that breaks down the health aspect so we can better detect and respond to public health threats in the tourism space. We have 260 persons from 7 CMS or 7 CAFA member states trained in advanced food safety. So this is another one of our flagship training programs that builds capacity and certifies persons in food safety. We have 171 facilities awarded the Healthier, Safer Tourism Award in 16 CAFA member states. So that is the tangible award that a tourism in the, property can receive by showing that they have been practicing healthier, safer tourism. We have 1,073 tourism entities that have been registered across 20 member states in the Tourism and Health Information System. So that is inclusive of hotels, resorts, tour operators, food and beverage businesses that have seen the value of signing on to the Tourism and Health Information System.
The government's drive for agricultural self-sufficiency is yielding sweet results in carriacou. Over 1,000 pineapple plants established in October 2025 at the Dumfries Agricultural Station are showing remarkable progress. The Division of Agriculture spearheads the project within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and local government. It aims to eliminate the Twin Islands' dependency on imported pineapples by meeting local consumption demands. District Agriculture Officer Stanford Lawrence revealed more than 30 farmers have already benefited directly since the project's inception.
The program started with 30 farmers, each receiving 30 plants, and approximately 1,000 plants were planted at the Dumfries Station as a nursery. The objective is to provide planting material for farmers to expand production in carriacou so we get a pineapple, as I said, throughout the year once it is properly managed. Now, this pineapple here today is just approximately 8 months old. Initially, we will have a training with 30 farmers in the propagation of pineapple. The training was conducted by Mr. O'Neill. Today, we have a follow-up training to deal with flower induction. This pineapple should come into bearing. We should be able to harvest pineapple from this field by December of this year. And based on the amount of plants we have growing here, we should be able to get approximately anywhere between 2,000 to 2,000 planted material for farmers.
The state-backed initiative serves a dual purpose, securing the local food supply and establishing a reliable, sustainable distribution network of planting materials to farmers to expand their own crops. He spoke of the monitoring component of the initiative.
Most of the farmers who have visited, the field would have been progressing, well, based on the 30 plants that I got, would have been progressing reasonably well. Fortunately at Dumfries, our plants here would have stood up very well, and I'm pleased to say that it is compared to some of the best fields in Grenada. Hence the reason we are starting flower induction at the moment.
Lawrence said that even with the island's water challenges, officials expect high production levels.
Well, this variety is called MD2 variety. It came from Costa Rica. Well, some of the characteristics of this variety is that it has a longer shelf life. In terms of after harvesting, it can store for a longer period. It's very sweet. You can get at least 3 to 5 pounds per plant. And pineapple generally is drought-tolerant plant. This field here we have presently at Dumfries, no irrigation was applied to this field. And given the harsh condition, you can see for yourself how well it is progressing given the harsh conditions. So generally, pineapple is a drought-tolerant plant and it was up pretty well, so it's good for carriacou.
Still with the local segment, tourism officials are excited for Grenada to realize the benefits of the Tourism and Health Program, which seeks to integrate two critical sectors and strengthen surveillance and preparedness for locals and visitors. Chief Executive Officers of both the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, Stacey Liebert and Arlene Friday, attended Thursday's launch of the program. They believe the program will transform the local economy. Ms. Liebert is optimistic that the initiative will strengthen areas in destination management that can keep the sector afloat even in not-so-busy seasons. She said the program forms part of modern destination management.
Behind every strong destination, however, are systems that quietly support the visitor experience. Systems that help prepare, identify concerns early, communicate clearly, and respond in a coordinated way and maintain public confidence. Public health is one of those systems, and its importance to tourism cannot be overstated. For the Grenada Tourism Authority, this program aligns with our wider work in destination quality, product development, stakeholder engagement, and resilience. It reinforces the fact that tourism is delivered by many hands and that the systems which protect it must also be built through partnership. No single agency can carry this responsibility alone.
GTA's Alan Friday says this is an opportunity to apply lessons learned during the COVID-19 pandemic, which put tourism at a standstill for months. She said the program is long overdue for Grenada.
This has been a long time coming. It has been years to make this all possible. It's been since right after the pandemic. And we all know just how vital that relationship is between tourism and health. We know that it truly takes a village, right? It's never tourism by itself. It's never health by itself. It's never public or private. It's always all of us working in synergy together. And so that's why we're finally here today. One, to congratulate you for your efforts, and also to say, we understand the importance. We understand where we were, and we understand what it took to get over the pandemic. And it was everyone here already in this room. So it's like we're preaching to the village already, right? CARFA's THP program gives us a powerful new tool to protect what matters most by strengthening surveillance, improving information sharing, and supporting coordinated response to health events that can impact travel and hospitality. And how do we do that? It's a simple system. If you haven't heard about the program, we ask you to contact us to learn more in terms of how you can also be a part of this important and vital program. And so I know, again, I'm going to keep urging our hotels to sign up for this, and not just hotels, for our tour operators. This matters to everyone because our people, we always say when we travel, what makes Grenada great? It's our people. They're our chief asset, but then how do we protect our people? It's through all of these types of programs that keep our people, our workforce, our nation safe.
We'll take a short break. Stay with us.
In our 2026 strategy, we're focusing on several core pillars: high net worth individuals and experiential travel, romance and weddings, nautical experiences, meetings and incentives, culinary and agritourism, events and culture, adventure and sustainability. These pillars are designed to highlight the diverse experiences that Grenada has to offer. By aligning our efforts with these pillars, we aim to tap into key markets like North America, the UK, and regional markets, while also expanding into new territories such as Latin America, continental Europe, Asia, and Africa. Each pillar represents a unique aspect of our islands, from the luxurious experiences of our high-end resorts and villas to the vibrant cultural events that celebrate our heritage. We believe that by focusing on these areas, we can offer travelers unforgettable experiences that showcase the best of what our islands have to offer.
Welcome back. As the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, continues rebuilding the industry after Hurricane Beryl, it is also repositioning its strategy to drive growth. The association has identified value-added production as a key pillar for increasing output and improving farmers' incomes. Chairman Wayne George noted that the association recorded a deficit of more than 3.3 million in 2024, which was reduced to 2.6 million by June 2025, and pointed to agro-processing as the industry's new frontier. He was speaking at the biannual statutory general meeting on Thursday at the George Brizan House of Nutmeg. The directive, he confirmed, modernizes the industry and creates opportunities for new jobs that will attract the next generation of young farmers.
For decades, since I was a little boy, we have been exporting raw seeds while others reap the profits of finished products. To this, we say no more. The future of the GCNE is agro-processing, which we're going to add to our other core areas. We are transitioning from a raw material exporter to a manufacturer. This means expanding our range to produce essential oils, powders and jams, syrups, and the possibility of cosmetics and pharmaceuticals through the initiatives right here at Bolio. By modernizing our industry, we are creating opportunities for new jobs that will attract the next generation of young farmers. Processed goods don't rot easily. They have a longer shelf life and they carry a higher price tag. This strategic shift is our ultimate defense. And I repeat this. This strategic shift into the agro-processing is our ultimate defense against the international price fluctuations in the global raw spice market.
Chief Agricultural Officer Thaddeus Peters explained that while the association strives to meet its demand, the government will continue to support. Among the initiatives listed are the National Spice Replanting Program and the increased quantity of nutmeg plants.
A couple of the programs at the Ministry of Agriculture for this year will include the Spice Replanting Program. I think this is the second or even the third year that this program is being run collaboratively between the Ministry of Agriculture and the Nutmeg Association. So in 2026, this year, the target will be something like about 300 acres. And I know it was launched a couple of weeks ago, and the details would have been rolled out, including at least 30 small farmers or farmers below 10 acres, 10 between the 10 to 20 acre range, and at least 10 in the over 50 acre production range. So support will be given in terms of planting material, nutmegs, but only nutmegs. It includes spices and other crops that the farmers may include. We also will be doing the planting material at our propagating stations. And our target for nutmegs this year is over 10,000 plants. And I know that we are well on the way towards achieving this.
Finally, in the local segment, the Felix Park to Pomrose Pipeline Rehabilitation Project is now in its final stages to deliver a more reliable water supply to communities. NOASA's Senior Project Engineer Ronald Lane provides an update on the project and explains the critical pipeline interconnection works scheduled for this weekend. These activities are necessary to integrate the newly installed infrastructure into the existing water distribution network and complete the commissioning process. Residents are encouraged to listen to the update and make the necessary preparations for the temporary disruptions to traffic and water services. Affected communities include Labu, Mamacan, Felix Park, Pomrose, and surrounding areas.
The Projects Department of NOASA is undertaking another project which is almost on its completion stage, which is at its final stage, which is the interconnection part of the project. Now, this interconnection will be held at Phoenix Park and Pomrose Junction, and this project now will start on Saturday at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, there will be some traffic disruption because of the cutting, the excavating, and the pipework that we have to put in place. Now, we don't want to disrupt the traffic too long, so on Sunday we're going to come back now and do the interconnection. Now, there will be some service disruption with the interconnection being done. Places like Labu, Mamacan, Phoenix Park, and Pomrose will be affected by this interconnection that we are going to do. But the interconnection is to help improve our service and our network capabilities in the way in which we distribute water. I beg you all to try to store water and so that it don't inconvenience you in any way. But I believe we may be able to finish this interconnection at an earlier stage. But just to be on the safe side, we will request that all residents in the area to store water for at least that time period.
This is the GIS News. We'll take a look at what's happening in the region when we come back.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. The Philip Davis administration is projecting a budget surplus of $223.1 million for the 2026-2027 fiscal year, which starts July 1st. Delivering his first budget communication as Minister for Finance on Wednesday, Michael Halkitis reported that while the fiscal deficit stood at $157 million in the first 9 months of the current fiscal year, the government still expects to achieve a surplus when the final numbers for the full year are in. That projected surplus for 2025-2026 was $75 million. He told Parliament that the overall fiscal position remained supported by revenue growth, measured expenditure execution, and a continued primary surplus. The 2026-2027 budget estimates total revenue at $4.4 billion, representing 23.6% of GDP. Total expenditure is projected at $4.1 billion, or 22.4% of GDP. Guyana and Barbados have announced the establishment of the Trident Arrow Investment Fund, a bilateral investment fund that will allow ordinary citizens to invest in critical infrastructure and medium to long-term projects in the utility, technology, and agro-processing sectors. President Irfan Ali and Prime Minister of Barbados Mia Mottley made the announcement recently as Guyana celebrated the 60th anniversary of its political independence from Britain. Ali told reporters that the diaspora bond would allow overseas-based Guyanese to invest in a range of infrastructure projects and that it is aimed at raising funds from the diaspora for investment in public infrastructure projects in Guyana. Motley said the aim is to encourage Guyanese and Bajans to become owners in the land of their birth rather than tenants for the period of their lifetime, and sought to assure that the Trident Arrow Fund would not be a political fund, but one that would be properly managed with all the proper prudential regulations, financial mechanisms, and laws. That's a look at news for today, Friday, May 29th. A recap of the top stories. Grenada launches tourism and health program to advance and strengthen early warning surveillance to safeguard revenue, locals, and visitors. And carriacou agricultural officials project significant growth in pineapple production. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis, thanking you for joining us.